cheese.
No, I'm making an example. Anybody else want some? I didn't think so. Have a good day, gentlemen.
All right. Why don't you introduce this, Austin? This was your idea.
Well, okay, so we are watching an episode of TNA Impact from 2007, July 19th, 2007 to be exact. Peak Perk Angle. Peak Perk Angle.
Oh,
man.
Man, let me say one thing. I don't care what anyone says. Kurt Angle is one of, if not the greatest wrestler ever in the business, honestly. Like, especially when it comes to comedy-wise in wrestling, Kurt Angle is so fucking amazing. Like, he is, like, probably the biggest wrestling meme that I know. Like, I've never seen a man like Kurt Angle have so many different just dumb things given to him, and he just makes it gold every time. It doesn't matter what it is or how awful it is or how dumb it is, Kurt Angle makes it fucking gold.
He turns shit into sugar, if you will.
So, we watched the July 19th, 2007 episode of TNA Impact. This was a nice, it was a nice bit of nostalgia seeing the old Impact logo and the old entrances and old roster, and especially the six-sided ring. It was really, like, this show in its entirety. Keep in mind, it was only 42 minutes. This show was better than the entirety of Slammiversary. It was better than the entirety of Forbidden Door, the entirety of Double or Nothing. This show was better than any wrestling show I've seen recently. Like, this was WCW levels of silly, but Kurt Angle made this so fucking entertaining. Like, oh my god. And there was stuff on the show that we weren't expecting at all. So,
Oh, it made it even better.
so why don't you get into what we saw here, Austin? If you want to lead us in.
It started off with the intro, of course, but
yeah, it was recapping what happened at Victory Road 07.
But then we get to Jeremy Borash, and he's talking about how he's about to talk to Kurt Angle. And of course, Kurt Angle's in a tanning bed right now in a Speedo.
Yes, in a fucking Speedo.
Oh, god damn it, dude. So he's in tanning bed in a Speedo, and of course Jeremy Borash just doesn't even care. It opens up the tanning bed, just opens it up, doesn't give a fuck.
Yep. Several times he opens it up as well. Even when Kurt Angle tells him to go away, he just keeps opening it.
Yeah. And he's telling him that Jim Cornette sent him and shit like that. So Kurt Angle's finally like, go tell Jim Cornette that I'm not leaving. He knows where to find me. So then we have a match between Triple X, which is Elix Skipper, Christopher Daniels, and Senshi, not Loki, Senshi at this time.
Yeah.
Versus Raven, Havoc, and somebody else. The match was shitty to an extent. Like, the only good part was Triple X. And Raven was only in there for a solid combined 30 seconds. That was that. After the match, Kaz comes out and fucking starts beating on Raven. And that's how we end that segment. Um, then we go back to Kurt Angle and Jimmy Borash. It's the only good, like, that's the best part of this fucking show. I'm telling you that right now. And fucking Jeremy Borash goes, opens the thing again, says he's back, and is talking about. And now, oh, keep in mind, Kurt Angle was also saying, "Are you staring at my package? Are you staring at my package?"
Are you staring
And
at
so,
my ass?
yeah, he opens it up. He's face down now, and he's like, "Are you staring at my ass, Jeremy? Are you staring at my ass?" And he's like, "I'm not staring at your ass, Kurt. I'm not looking at your ass."
And then he kept looking.
He kept looking, and then he's like, Jim Cornette said that if you don't go there now, he's gonna give you a $10,000 fine. And then Kurt Angle's like, that's like a suit to me. Kurt Angle gets up and he's like, okay, let me just get out of the way. Let me get my stuff. He can't find his titles, can't find his suit, and most importantly, he can't find his underwear. So he asked Jeremy, he's like, are you wearing my underwear? And I shit you not, Jeremy Borash goes, I'm not wearing any underwear, sir. And Kurt fucking laughs off. He's like, free baller. And I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, Jesus, you can talk about some stuff now.
Oh, this was so basically Kurt agrees to go meet with Jim Cornette or whatever, and this man walks out of there in a Speedo. He puts his tanning glasses back on, and this man's wearing flip-flops. Because he's just like, you know what, I'm just gonna show up like this and just see what happens. So then oh god, was what was the next match after that?
Oh, the next match, I believe, was... Oh, it was Voodoo Kin Mafia
Oh
versus Kip
god.
James versus Lance Hoyt with Christy Hemme.
Yeah, if you don't know who Lance Hoyt is, it's Lance Archer from AEW, or if you also know him as Vance Archer from WWE. Fucking and Voodoo Kin Mafia, if you didn't know, is Billy Gunn and Road Dogg. That was their team name in TNA. You want to explain to the people what Voodoo Kin Mafia means, Austin?
Well, the initials are VKM,
Mm-hmm.
aka Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Mm-hmm.
And if you've ever heard their theme, it's an all-timer. Give me 1 second. Fucking get out of Smart View on my TV. Real quick. Voodoo Kin Mafia TNA. I'm looking for. Oh, here it is.
Oh, Jesus.
911 operator, what's your emergency? Help me very much!
Oh man.
I can just play the whole song because it's only a minute long. Oh god, the description says voodoo for life.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Yeah, it was Kip of the Voodoo Kin Mafia versus Lance Hoyt. It was a pretty quick match. Lance Hoyt lost. And then after that, fucking Christy Hemme tried to low blow Kip. and he caught her hand, and then the fucking I don't know who the chick was that was with Voodoo Kin Mafia. She was
Her name is
really
Roxy
weird.
Laveau.
Roxy Moto.
Laveau.
Oh, yeah. She started doing like this weird dancing. It was awful.
Oh man, Christy Hemme looked very attractive, I could say
Yeah.
myself. This was a little bit after her ass pie thing, and a little bit before her fucking stalker Dexter Loomis angle. TNA.
Yeah, if you want to know about the ass pie thing, check out Austin's review of the 2004 Diva Search to find out what that is.
Don't check that out. It's terrible. It's a terrible fucking movie. Uh, but no, there was that, and then fucking Kurt Angle and Jeremy Borash. They're in the hallway, and they're sitting there, and Kurt Angle asks a woman, he's like, "Do you know where my stuff is?" And she looks terrified, and she's like, "No." And then Kurt's like, "What? You never seen anybody in their underwear before?" And then when she walks away, and she goes, "Probably hasn't." He starts fucking laughing, and then fucking he goes to the locker room. Of course, then once he walks in the locker room, oh fucking goddamn fucking Kurt Angle package plays as well. And then it comes back from that. He's in the locker room and he's telling everybody, he's like, "You all are mid carders, you're opening acts, and wannabe main eventers.
Oh
Now,
god.
now, I want to know where my suit, my titles, and especially my underwear is." And keep in mind, there's people like Shark Boy, Petey Williams, Robert Roode, Chris Sabin's in there,
Eric Young.
Eric Young, and he finally
Oh.
he's sick and tired, like he's getting sick and tired of everybody, and he's talking, and he looks at Shark Boy and he's like, "Why are you smiling? Why the hell are you smiling?" And he starts fucking beating the shit out of fucking Shark Boy. Keep in mind, he's in flip flops in a Speedo, and he has fucking glasses on. He's just beating the shit out of Shark Boy. It's just, what the
Oh
fuck, man?
man, fucking Kurt Angle, man. Oh. Keep in mind, this is like, we talked about this on the New Year's Revolution review that we did. Um, this was the year after Kurt Angle was doing the whole, well, 2 years. So in 2005 is when he did the whole bestiality sex shit, where he was trying to fucking fuck Charmel. And then 2006 is where he was in the fucking weird phase where he had Davari as his manager, and he was talking about how he wanted Iraq to beat the US in the war and how he wasn't too fond of certain races and whatever. And then fucking now 2007, he's fucking in a Speedo beating up fucking jobbers and interns and employees backstage. Like,
Oh god, dude.
fucking hell, man. And this is when Kurt Angle was perked up too. As like when he was taking, I think he said like 70 something perks a day.
Jesus.
Like Kurt was perked up. Oh man, was the match after this one? Was that the Christian match?
I believe so.
So this was a revenge match. Apparently, it was Christian Cage and James Storm versus it was Rhino and fucking Braden Walker, aka Chris Harris, aka Wild Thing, or Wild whatever. Fucking, oh my god. And the funny thing was, it was actually a decent tag match as well.
Oh
Fucking
god.
the whole so Christian had like this group. It was him, James Storm, AJ Styles, Tomko, and Jacqueline. It was like this weird fucking I almost said something like the oddities, but nothing will ever be like the oddities.
You know, I'm gonna say something. I might regret it.
Oh no.
I really wish. I kind of wish stuff like this was mixed with WCW 2000.
Oh
I
lord.
kind of wish it would, because it would make it so much more entertaining. Like it's already entertaining, but it would make it so much more entertaining. Imagine Perk Angle in WCW 2000, Devin.
Oh god.
Imagine Braden Walker, the Voodoo Kin Mafia, Devin,
Don't forget.
versus the Insane Clown Posse.
Don't
Imagine that.
don't forget fucking uh Dustin Rhodes, aka Black Rain,
I
aka
want,
fucking Seven.
I want David Flair versus Perk Angle.
Oh
All right.
lord.
I want it so bad.
Oh god. Oh man. So
If we were in another timeline, man.
so the way this match ended was Tomko pulled the referee out of the ring when Chris Harris hit his finisher. What was his finisher called again?
The catatonic.
Yeah. Um
Keep in mind, he botched his finisher.
yes. So so then fucking James Storm and Christian were able to capitalize and get the win. And then Rhino attacked them, and then fucking Tomko and fucking Jacqueline got involved, and then fucking Abyss came out, and Christian ran up the stage, and then fucking Sting came out of nowhere and hit Christian in the nuts with his baseball bat and threw him in the ring, and then Abyss was about to hit a black hole slam, and then Christian ran away through the crowd, and then immediately it goes to a segment where Christian is like running backstage and he's like yelling for AJ Styles, and then he's like AJ, where he's like, look, come on, let's go, let's get out of here, where the hell's the car? And AJ's like, what car? And he's like, the car you're supposed to get. He's like, I got a truck. A truck. And AJ sounded so southern back then. It fucking Christian was like, whatever, that works. And as they're about to get in the truck, fucking Robert Roode comes out of nowhere with this fucking long ass hair. I'm not used to seeing him with fucking long hair anymore. And fucking he's talking about how he could like help Christian fight off fucking Sting or Abyss or whatever, and then fucking like AJ Styles and Robert Roode start fighting over who gets to help Christian, and then Christian's like, all right, Robert, you stay here, and he's like, AJ, you ride with me, and then AJ gets all excited like he's a fucking 5-year-old, and he's like, haha, I get to ride with Christian, like that's how he said it. I was like, what the fuck? So then they get in the truck, and Christian like is in a rush to get out of there, and then AJ is just like, he's like, all right, man, what music do you want to listen to? And Christian's like, I don't know, just anything except country. And then AJ gave him like this look, and then they're about to leave, and then fucking Abyss was in the fucking back seat of the truck, and they fucking hauled ass out of there, and then Abyss fucking ran into the camera. And then that was that, and then what was after that?
Well, that is, of course, when Kurt Angle went to go talk to the board of directors.
Oh yeah.
So, Kurt Angle goes to the board of directors and he's like, I know I see a lot of potential truck drivers in here, and you guys have potential and everything like that, but I need to find my stuff. So he tells them, I am going, and keep in mind, while he's telling them this, he's like, he's talking about his package as well. He's like, what, you never seen a package before? To some of them? And And so he sits there and he's like, I'm gonna turn around and count to three, and when my the three count ends, I'm gonna turn around and my stuff is gonna be on this desk. Keep in mind he's standing on the desk.
Yep.
So he turns around and he's flexing his fucking ass muscles. You could tell, like it's legit. Like he's flexing his ass muscles while he's turned around. And then somebody goes, "This is ridiculous," and he hears it, and he gets so fucking pissed. He runs across the table. He fucking axe handles him. Keep in mind, this isn't a fucking wrestler, and he just starts beating the shit out of him.
Yeah, he's like, Kurt Angle's like, he's like, oh, it's ridiculous, huh? And then he fucking jumps all over the guy and starts uppercutting him, and he throws him all over the place, and then he makes him sit down, and he was like, I'm using him as an example. I want my stuff.
He puts down his glasses. He says, "I'm finding my stuff," and then he fucking leaves. I'm just, what the fuck, dude? Honestly. Like, oh my god, dude. This is like peak Kurt Angle. I don't know how. I don't think we could find anything Kurt Angle that's better than this. I really don't. This has to be the best Kurt Angle has been. I'm serious. There's no fucking way that there's anything funnier or anything than this. I can't imagine something more fucking ridiculous than this.
Oh,
Like, oh
man.
my god.
And the thing is, though, there's probably episodes of TNA that, like, a lot of people haven't seen of probably Kurt Angle doing even more dumb shit. Because we didn't even know this existed before today.
Oh man.
Think of
dude.
how much other lost Kurt Angle fucking gold there is.
Jesus Christ.
And that wasn't even the end, because there was also a part where fucking Team 3D came out. Brother Ray and Brother Devon, and they were calling out the Steiner brothers, Rick Steiner and Scott Steiner, saying that they don't have the balls to show up and face them like men and whatever. And then Jim Cornette says that the Steiner brothers will be there next week. And then, was there any more matches, or was the Samoa Joe thing next?
Samoa Joe thing's next, but we should talk about that. Jim Cornette was talking to Kurt Angle as well before he went out.
Yeah, so Kurt Angle was talking to Jim Cornette, and Jim Cornette was like, where the hell are your clothes and your titles and whatever, like, you need to go out there or whatever. And Kurt Angle was like, someone stole my stuff. They stole my clothes and everything. And Jim Cornette's like, oh, well, I don't care, just put this on and get out there. And he gives him like this cheap ass like hotel robe that you would get like staying at a fucking, like, say you're like vacationing or whatever and the hotel has a pool, like they would give you just like this cheap ass like robe to wear at the pool. That's what he gave Kurt Angle. And so Kurt Angle came out with this fucking, he still had the fucking tanning glasses on, and he had his robe on and fucking flip-flops, and he had his whole fucking entrance with pyro and everything. And he gets in the ring and starts talking about how he's like, you know, I beat up mid-carders and other wrestlers. I beat up the directors and interns to find my stuff. And he's like, I still haven't found it. And he's like, so, you know, I've come to the conclusion that if anyone was gonna steal my stuff, it would be one of you fans. And then he started talking shit to the fans, and he was like, don't think I won't come out of there and beat the piss out of you and whatever. And then he like started cussing, so they bleeped it. And then Kurt was like,
keep in mind, he's also talking about like, you know, I would understand my titles, I would understand my suit, but why my underwear, you sick, delusional people? Like he he was like, are you just gonna go and sell my underwear for $2,000 on eBay? Like he was legit like fucking.
Yeah, he was like, I'll take every single one of you on. And then then Samoa Joe comes out, and it turns out Samoa Joe was the one that had Kurt Angle's stuff, and Samoa Joe gets in the ring and starts talking about how like him and Kurt Angle have been feuding for 9 months, and that uh they have respect for each other and they've been through war together, and that Samoa Joe wants to put the past behind them and he wants them to have one more final match to end their rivalry at fucking Hardcore Justice or whatever, Hard Justice, whatever. And so he challenged Kurt Angle. He gave Kurt Angle his titles back and he gave him his suit back, and he challenged him to a match, and he was like, Samoa Joe versus Kurt Angle one more time for all the gold, which was like the X Division title, the fucking IWGP title, the tag titles, like all the titles. It was like 5 or 6 championships, and then they shook hands on it, and then Samoa Joe starts beating up Kurt Angle, and he rips the robe off him, so he starts beating up Kurt Angle in a fucking Speedo, and fucking Samoa Joe goes to the outside and gets a table, sets it up, and then fucking Kurt Angle spine busters him through a table while wearing a Speedo, and then he puts this man in a fucking ankle lock, sits down and wrenches it while wearing a fucking Speedo. And he fucking that's how Impact ends.
Keep in mind he was biting his shoe too.
Yes.
Like what the fuck?
And that's how Impact went off the air for this episode of it. Oh my god, man. What a fucking just trip that was. Holy shit.
Oh man. That was that, man.
Fucking Kurt Angle, man. One of the fucking best ever, man. Holy shit. Like, I really wonder what else Kurt Angle has done that's out there that we just don't know about.
Dude, we have to make Kurt Angle merchandise at some point.
Are we allowed to do that?
I would assume we could probably do that. I mean, as long as we're not using like his logos.
Oh god. Fucking he said, "Oh, you think it's ridiculous, huh?"
You just use one of his quotes.
Oh my god. Wait, there was also the thing where like after he beat up the intern, like he put his glasses back on, and what did he say?
He was talking about I'm making him an example and shit. Like that's what he was saying.
What did he say when he like put the glasses back on? And I was like, make a clip of that, because he said like some quote.
Let me go back to it.
It was like some meme worthy shit. He said, "I want my stuff back."
Too far.
My man's watching the Rhino match again.
Yeah, too fast. Too much. Okay.
Anybody else want some? I didn't think so.
Yeah, I didn't think so. He legit like he pulls his glasses on and lets the tanning glasses snap onto his face right when he says, he like poses and he's like, "I didn't think so." Oh my fucking god, Kurt Angle, bro. Holy shit. That's probably not even close to even like a fifth of the fucking crazy shit that he did as fucking Perk Angle that we just haven't seen yet. Like, oh my god. Well, that was I guess a retro review of TNA Impact from July 19th, 2007. The Kurt Angle Speedo show. That's all it
Jesus
was. It was just focused on Kurt Angle and his fucking Speedo and his fucking Kurt Angle getting robbed and beating everyone's ass. Oh my fucking god. Well, oh, were you playing something?
No, I'm downloading it so I can make that clip.
Oh, alright. Well, thank you for watching this review, ladies and gentlemen, and let's get back to the podcast.
Christ.
I didn't think so.